Hello, how you doing? So we have changed a few things around. I've got a different seat, I've got a different place, I've got stuff on my mind. Scorpio, what is on my mind? Scorpio is on my mind. Something is on your mind, Scorpio, in order to be able to say something, is what I'm feeling. Okay, so I'm going to go over channel messages, then your dark side reading, you versus them. Okay, but something is on my mind, Steve. Something is like I just need to explain. I've got to explain this. It's like I am so determined that I just need to explain myself. Okay, now, not all of you, it would be you, it would be someone explaining to you, okay, but some of you it would be you trying to explain to someone, because I'm picking up like a younger energy that needs to explain themselves. But for some of you, a younger person is an older person, but there's someone older than them as wise. I'm picking it up like wise, that there's someone that's very wise to it, okay, and there's this wiser person because they're older, but there's a wise person to it, okay. Now, it feels like, oh, I'm wise to this. It's like, okay, go on then, explain yourself. But I've heard it all before. I've heard it all before. It's like, what have you got to say? What do you need to say for yourself? You've got something to say for yourself, and what is it? Because it feels like that someone needs to apologise to you, or you're feeling that they need to apologise or they need to say something. And it's like, okay, I'm just plucking up this courage in order to say something, and I need to say something. So if I haven't explained, it is nearly May now. So I need to make sure I keep doing this because I haven't done. 29th of April, okay, now. So we're looking at dark side reading. But again, messages, if you haven't seen them, check them out. Back to the Future, they will also represent you. I can't remember what you had channeled messages-wise. Okay, so make sure you check those out for May. But again, it's like, oh, go on then, explain. And it's like, oh, okay, hold on a minute. I've just really got something to say to you. And you're like, or someone is like, you know what, I've heard all this before. I knew it was coming. It's like, I knew it was coming. I knew you was going to say something, or I knew, and it's just like, I just need to push your button just to get you to say something. Because someone feels like that they really do need to explain themselves to someone at the same time as someone's like, I've heard all of this before. It's like, go on then, let it all out. Let's have this cry. Let's have this emotional, because I'm picking up like an emotional outburst. Again, I picked up for you water, something like an outburst of water. That could either, one, be involving Scorpio rebirth, two, a actual child or something to do with pregnancy, or like an emotional outburst of crying. For some of you it's different. But I heard, well, that's a crying shame. It's like, shame, 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 we know your name. It's like, I know your name, I know your number, everything. It's like, so what is it? Stop messing around. What is your name and what is your number? It's like, because it feels like some kind of like mystery for some of you out there, like a mysterious. Not all of you, some of you are still connected with an older person. Some of you, you're connected now with a newer person, is what they're saying. And it's like, well, what's your name and what is your number? Because it feels like it's like a police record or someone that's trying to record something. And it's like, what's your name and what's your number? Hey, how you doing? Sorry you couldn't get through. But it feels like, well, if I ring this person or if I try to reach out, they're just going to hang up, right? So like, I don't know if it's going to be received quite well. But I also think that your signal of what you're putting out towards someone is possible Gemini energy of where it's not receiving quite well, because I definitely feel like you've got a lot of air signs around you where these signals, they're kind of like going out all over the place, right? Welcome to my head, bruv. But again, there's like my signals seem to be going out here and they're going out there, and there's a signal. And so Cancerian is more than likely here for a lot of you now. Signal, don't ask me why I kind of represent that as in an indication towards a car, okay? But that's normally how I come up with it. But I need to give you a signal. It's like, okay, I need to give you this signal, and I'm going to do it in a way that you know is possible, but it's not. So a lot of you now are possibly dealing with a Pisces, right? Or they could just be here in the energy. And it's like, okay, I'm going to give you this signal. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do something to get your attention that someone is like, I'm in illusion, and I'm actually going to do something in order to get your attention. And it's like, okay, so but you need to figure this out, right? Because it does feel like a lot of Pisces energy, right? And it's kind of like, okay, so there's this conspiracy theory of something going around, right? And it's going around, it's going around, it's going around. And it's like, well, what do you believe in? And it's like, well, I don't really know. No, right, we're going to go off the first signal, right? The first signal, okay? There's more people in your energy for some reason. There's someone else in your energy here that's confusing, It's either one person, it could be you and your partner and a mother, or you and your partner and a father, or brother, sister, mother, whoever. Steve, calm down. I seem to be getting angry for some reason at you. I seem to be angry at you for no reason whatsoever, but it's kind of like, well, I've figured you out already. I know your every move. I've tracked it, I've gone through it, I've been it, I've worn the t-shirt and I've binned it, and then I got it out of the bin and re-wore it, and then we bought one off Amazon, and then we bought this and we bought that, and I've worn all those too. It's like, and I'm absolutely worn out by doing this same repetitive cycle. Do you not realise the definition of madness is actually doing the same thing again? So, by the way, these are possible conversations of scenarios, right? But it feels like senile. I don't know why, like senile dementia, or someone that just seems to forget that it's like, oh well, let's just bypass all of this and let's just do it again. It's like, oh, hold on a minute, Steve, I'm sure that I've done this before. Or hold on a minute, person, I'm sure we've done this before. And it's like, no, let's just bypass everything, let's just forget everything and just do it again. And it's like, my word, it's like I am not on a roundabout, because I feel like I am, okay? And let's just do it again. And it's like, again. And it's like something to do with a younger child or as well, or a pregnancy or something. Because I'm picking up on Dipsy, Pipsy and Poe and whatever they were called, the yellow, blue and thing animals on a TV programme. But Nunu, it's like Nunu, no. They're saying no. The answer's no, you cannot, young lady. No, you cannot move out, young lady. Oh, okay. They're saying something about like, oh no, you cannot. It's like, oh, can I just borrow this money, or can I just borrow this? Because I'm picking up the film The Borrowers, right, of a smaller person, like Michael, the name Michael or something. And it's like, okay, it's like, can we just borrow this? It's like, what do you mean? Can I? No, you can't just borrow that. It's like, you need to return that. Because it feels like favours. It's like, you need to return the favour. And it's like, well, you've asked a lot of me, young lady, or you've asked a lot of me, young man. And it's like, yeah, but I need to ask you just for one more quick favour. And it's like, listen, I'm not here just for favours. I'm not a flavour. I'm not Meg Ryan or Billy Crystal. I am not a piece on the side, and I am not here just for your pleasure and joy like a conveyor belt toy. Because I'm picking up like toys and things, or toying with someone, or someone's being toyed with. Or like a toy boy, possible, right? Hope not. But again, it's like, you're a toy boy and you are an action figure. It's like, I like your figure. And it's like, well, what do you reckon to this figure? And it's like, well, you've got a really nice figure. Because someone's sizing someone up, right? And I think that someone knows that they've got a very good figure or something. And it's like, well, if I'm out there, I'm going to work it. And it's like, let's use my figure as a figurine, as an example, in order to present myself as someone that has a can I have some of your figure, bruv? But again, it's like, I have this figure, that's right, and I have this image of me, and it's kind of like, and I have to keep up the appearance in order to have this figure, so I've got to keep up, and I've got to keep up, and I've got to keep up, and I've got to keep up. Something also now is coming through in your work, where it's like, well, I need to keep up, I need to keep up, I need to keep up, you better shape up, because I need a man, and my heart is set on you. You better shape up. I don't know why Greece has been coming up in my energy just lately. It could be from Greece, or it could have some kind of like warm climate, right? But Greece, I'm definitely picking up Greece. Now, also the name Danny, okay, Danny, because I feel like someone's got this leather, right? What on earth you lot up to, Scorpio? But like got leather on or something like that, and it's like, we are the T-Birds. And it's like, we are a bird and I am a bird. It's like, all right, bird. Anybody from the UK? We used to call people, all right, bird. Even the women used to call the women birds. All right, bird, how you getting on, bird? Yeah, I'm all right. Tweet, tweet. Right? How people talk to people these days, I don't know. Because it's like animalistic. It's like I've got this animalistic nature and I like to be, all right, doll, how you getting on, bird? It's a bit like, my living doll. I got myself a crying, walking, sleeping, talking, living doll. I got a roving eye, and that is why she's satisfied. Finds my soul. I come out with that with another. I can't remember if it was you or someone else. Something Rising of Venus. But again, it's like I got a roving eye, and it's like, I got my eye on you, mister, or I got my eye on you, missus, and it's like, it's kind of, you know when someone walks by that's very tempting, you're like, oh my word, look at that. But that would be the men. Well, I don't know, do women do that? But again, it's like, why do women do that? Tristan, men. Here, men. Women, just bypass men. Why do women do that? Can anybody explain? Sorry, it's okay. Cover your okay. So it's like, well, why do women do that? It's like, I can't understand why women do that. Why is it that they are so attractive, or they really want something and they're going by and they know that they're doing it, and they kind of flick their hair and they kind of like look over, and it's like, oh, I know you're looking at me. I know you're looking at me. And it's like, oh, I've got this in my head that a lot of people are like looking at me, and it's kind of like, I like to present myself with a figure or something, or as a figurine, or like doll, as if someone calls someone doll. All right, doll, yeah, doll. Well, I know if they get me to talk about all this sort of stuff, I don't know. So how's this representing anything that's important? I don't know. Because some of you out there, there's a roving eye, right, where someone has got options, I'll put it that way, that they could well have options, but they also have their opinion. Someone is also very opinionated, that they have this opinion over someone. A bit like, okay, well, I think that your jumper is way too short, or your dress is way too short, young lady, or like, you should really not have long hair. Trust me, I used to have that from well, not even a friend, like a narcissist. They used to say, oh, no, come on, you've lost weight. No, you should really be picking your clothes and pulling them up. I'm like, you? Who are you? Yeah, ended up being well, I mean, when you're spiritual, you end up finding out a lot about control, really. But again, it's like, no. It's like, do you really have to wear that short dress out? And it's like, well, yeah. And I kind of see, you know, when someone turns around and they've got these short figures, like ski pants or something, right? Or trousers, we call them here. But again, like ski pants or something, and it's got bum on the backside. I mean, you lot call from America, you call it bum, right? I don't know. I think you call it fanny, right? I don't know. For us, that's the other way around. So that's not very good for me to be saying on YouTube. But again, I'm not being suggestive. But there's something about like suggestive. It's like, I'm very suggestive. I just need to turn around and just show people my posterior. That's confused. You're right. Yeah, in Britain we call people's posterior. Okay, so it's like something. It's like, oh, I need to be persistent. I need to just show people my posterior. But some of you, it's kind of like, well, I just need to show them my backside, and that's it. And I'm out there and smoking. Okay, it's a bit like Smokey and the Bandits. Smokey and see. Oh, okay. I'm not giving over British slang, right? But bandits. Oh God, why? Somebody, okay, could be same-sex relationship. Okay, just put it that way. I'm sorry, why on earth my spirits get me to do all of this stuff? I've got no idea. It's like an association. It just slips out my mouth. And trust me, if I didn't have to worry about all that stuff, my channel would be explicit as hell. It really would. You know, I used to actually be known as Gordon Ramsay, right, of tarot, but dishing it out. But I've calmed down a lot. But again, I'm picking up, like, this is a feast of friends. It's like, that's tempting. Like, I'm tempted by that. There's some sort of temptation out there, Scorpio. But, you know, because it's like this void that needs filling, and it's like, I've got so much temptation, but I just don't seem to be filled with the amount that I can get. Because I keep getting this feeling that a lot of you, there's going to be a lot of something, right? Because there's a lot of something to lose. And that's the same thing. It's like there's so much here, but there's so much to lose. And for some of you, it's coming through as your relationship, if you're in a battle with someone, that you're actually blocking one another out, right? It's like, well, I've got way too much pride in order to say something, because I like just to show people my posterior. And why on earth people would do that, I don't know. That's why I'm feeling that some of this is more of a flirting, teasing energy of like, well, you know what, I'm just going to do this weird thing, right? I'm actually just going to go outside and just possibly by chance I might get to see this one main person, okay? And I'm going to go out and I'm going to put myself in that vicinity so I can just see them. And I'm going to wear like this on my posterior, and I'm going to walk by and just kind of like work it, right? And I'm going to give off this signal like, I don't know. I mean, when people go for all these twin flame soulmate relationships, your head can come up with any kind of scenario. Trust me, it does, right? And you do things out of nature. And it's a lot to do with, like, nature. Like I don't know, like an enactment of something, like a reenactment. and I need to reenact it and reenact it and reenact it. It could be like, you know, a star or the Aquarius, okay? But again, it's like, well, I have so much to lose, but I'm also very satisfied with what I have at the same time. So there's a lot of like, can't get no satisfaction, but I already have self-satisfaction. Okay, some of you could be into yourselves, okay? Okay, excuse me. I need a drink that's over there. And I'm stopping smoking, by the way. Day four for me. Also diet, big time. I have now hit the, well, not hitting the carbs, I'm sort of chucked them out the window and everything. But again, it's like, well, I've got enough satisfaction. It's like, or Jackson again. I keep picking up that so many times through my readings. Action Jackson. It's like, action Jackson, or the name Jackson, or Axe, or Jax. It's like, well, I have an axe. It's like, bruv, you liked it. But it's like, it has have an axe, right, which is a guitar, which is, you can't see him. But again, it's like, I have an axe. Or an ex. Oh, sorry. Okay, wow. So I have an ex now. So your ex-partner is more than likely just turned back up into your vicinity. That's only for you lot that are really struggling through this twin flame, triggered off, all of a sudden just someone's turned back up in my life. Okay, but this could be anybody that's just about to turn back up in your life. Someone that you may not have seen for a while or heard from in a while is going to turn up at your door. Okay, by the way, if my doorbell goes off, I'm going to have to stop it. I wouldn't have thought so, but I'm just selling some stuff on, on the Facebook selling page, and someone possibly could turn up. They're actually coming all the way from London. All the way from London, San. You all right, San? That's about, well, I'm not going to tell you how far away that is from me, but yeah, they're coming from London. But something's coming. Something's coming. Something's arriving. Like a rival. Like you've got a rival. I put it that way. Some of you have got this rival, okay, where there's a bit of competition out there, right? But I don't know why they're saying that. For some of you, it's healthy competition, and for some of you, it's not. But either way, you've got like this competition, and it feels like, because again, I picked up Libra energy or something around someone of a swimsuit competition, which was a what did I come up with, Spirit? Sorry, a calendar, like a calendar girl. Right, and it was something to do with like a swimsuit edition, or it was something to do with a calendar, okay? Calendar, or a colander. But that's food. But food market, like food market. Food market, Nicky Black market. But food market, on the food market. It's like, I'm on the market. Someone out there is on the market, but they're coming across like they're actually not on the market. Like they're untouchable, like the untouchables, right? It's a bit like Dick Tracy, right? Or Tracy, and Tracy, but like Dick Tracy or Dick Whittington, and it's like, well, I'm with the untouchables. It's like nobody can touch me, and I'm untouchable. So someone is probably not aware that they're actually pushing away something where they're giving a signal that they want something, but something is not satisfactory enough to actually have you or them. Right? Straight up, no chaser, bruv. No more messing around, Scorpio. We're getting directly to the point when I channel. Okay, so it's like, well, I'm with the untouchables, and I'm giving off this appearance like I want people to see me, or I want a relationship, but I'm untouchable. I'm waiting for that perfection of something. Perfection never arrives. Trust me, if people want perfection that much, how long has that been that someone's been trying to perfect themselves? So Jim said, we try to perfect our art, perform our lives. You know, you perform your life through your art. So there's something to do with like perfecting your life through your arts and crafts, through something that you're really good at and passionate about. That's where you truly find yourself alive. Okay, that's the fire in you. So some of you could be interested in a fire sign. Now I'm hearing Leo. Okay, to try and keep something burning, like desire. I need to keep this burning. Or Bernie. Ernie. I'm also picking up Ernest. Ernest? Or earnings. Earnings. Some of you are getting in good takings or earnings, like you're earning something. My general appearance of law of attraction is that your earnings are what you're supposed to have, right? And the more you fight to have something that you're not supposed to have, that's when you're physically pushing it away. Because you'll only ever get what you're supposed to get within your astrology, meaning that you can't avoid the person that you are, and you can't avoid the person that you're going to be either, right? So one energy of everything is exactly the same, right? Your energy of focus, if you're putting it into something with everything that you have, you might just get sidewinded by getting something where you least expect it, which is why they say law of attraction, money is all out there, it's just an energy current, and it's just out there, and you're focused here thinking, bah, I'm going to get everything towards me, it's going to come from here, right? No, not always, Scorpio, no. It comes from behind you. Energy is all around you, right? So you have absolutely no idea where this person's going to come from, or where this stuff is going to come from. But it's coming. That's what they're saying. It's coming, and it's coming, and it's coming in, and it's coming in, it's coming in, but only in time. Only when you're of your just desserts, meaning your karma. I'm not talking about this timeline karma. I mean, timeline karma is created by what you're doing now to undo it all, right? So you're undoing it by focusing your energy here, right? So when you're doing that, it's going to come from here, which can be everywhere, right? Which is everywhere, which is here, right? So, so I don't know why I'm picking that up. Like, you're going to have sources of energy that are going to come at you. Some of you, you're into like the ETI stuff and whatnot, and it's like, it's going to come from outer space. Right? Where have you just landed from, Paul? It's like, we have just inhabited your Earth. Calling occupants of interplanetary craft. Calling occupants. Yeah, calling. Someone you're calling quite a lot. It's Paul, Pauline, or Pauline, Jolene, or Pauline, but Pauline, yeah, Paulini, or Pilates, or Palini, or polka dot bikini. Someone's got like a polka dot bikini, and they're like, I'm just going to put on this bikini and go out into the swimming pool area. And I'm seeing this person, right, where, I mean, we don't have them in Britain, but you know when you go to a resort or something, or I mean, these are obviously a place in America because it's quite hot, right, where you get like buildings and they've got balconies, right? We do have them kind of in places around here, but we don't have them where there's a swimming pool, because we don't have swimming pools in Britain because it's raining most of the time. But you know when there's like people over the balcony are like, all right, sweetheart, how you getting on? And someone's like walking to the pool and they've got their bikini on, and it's kind of like, I'm just going to go and pay a visit to the actual pool itself, and see these people that are hopefully looking at me when I actually go out towards the pool. I've got no idea where this is coming from, Scorpio. Okay. Because it feels like a resort of something, right? I'm having to resort to this kind of energy. I'm having to resort to anything that I can do to get this person's attention. I'm having to resort to tactics. I'm having to resort to uncanny tactics from Annie. Annie, are you okay? Annie, are you okay? Are you okay, Annie? Annie, are you okay? Annie or my nanny, are you okay, nanny? Nanny? Sorry. Something to do with like a care assistant or a nanny. I'm sorry, we're getting on to some very strange stuff, Scorpio. I know you really just want to kind of like see the stuff, right? Someone's a piece of stuff. It's like, well, I'm just here just to see this piece of stuff. It's like, I think you're a piece of stuff, and I just like watching. I just like watching. I think you're a piece of stuff, right? Okay, so let's see. So there you are, Scorpio. Dark side reading. Where is the light? It's like, well, it's fight or flight. I live in the light and I live in the dark. Yes, that's medium for you. Okay, the trigger effect. But you live in the dark to walk towards the light, and you can't find the light without the dark, right? Again, but the dark, something about the dark. Someone's dark-skinned as well. Okay, but I don't know why I'm picking it up through the Two of Cups. Darkness, darkness, hear my yearning. See, whatever it is, this is the trigger effect. This is the mirror that's pulling you straight back here. Straight back home. Home from home. Show me a dark side reading with the other side of Scorpio, please. The other side connected to Scorpio. Show me the other person, please, for May. So, there is the moon. The moon in reverse. Can't show you those ones because there's a nude lady on it. Okay, but ooh, but this is blue moon. The blue moon, right? The blue moon, the blue lagoon. Something is in the lagoon, or lunar. The lunar eclipse. Something is about a loon. But for some of you, you possibly see your parent as a loon. Okay, that you on here, this side, that you more than likely do not get on with the mother because the moon is in reverse. Okay, this is the dark side of the moon. The dark side of the ego of this person is their family karma with their mum, okay, or a grandparent or something, but of a strict family member, and that's the dark side. That's the dark. This is the light. This person here is in love with the Two of Cups of you, but in separate lives. The moon is all of those things that make you want to go, what is it with this person? If you're talking with them, you know that it's something to do with their family heritage or religion or any kind of background of their mother has an influence over them. There's somebody that has an influence over this energy. This energy here also could be under an influence. Now, any of you that are believing in spells and all of that, don't give power to it, okay? But I'm picking up like someone's under this hypnotic influence by somebody. And I'm picking it up that that is something to do with Z parents, this side, okay? Or if it's another woman or man, I've got no idea. But again, under an influence, someone's influencing them into something. Let's see this side for Scorpio, somebody rising in Venus. Show me this side for Scorpio May for a dark side reading. You versus them. Show me this side for Scorpio. Show me another card for this side. Show me this side, please. Okay, we'll have that one. See, under the influence of hypnotic hypnosis. Nine of Cups. Together we are the nine. Together we are the knights that say no. We say no. I am dreaming of when we can actually be together. You are my wish fulfillment. You are my love. You are my Aquarian with water. Pisces, Aquarius. Okay? Pisces, Aquarius. Could be a Pisces sun, Aquarius moon, but a Pisces would also be an Aquarian in Vedic. Sun sign, so it's compatibility of you two, okay, but I'm dreaming. I've got so much in hand that there is to lose that I just can't lose you. I can't lose you. Because do you have options? Because this is the dark side of 7, okay. This could be avoiding making choices in one's life that is going to help. It feels like, well, I'm trying to avoid this choice because I can't quite see my way out of it yet. I am triggered by this Two of Cups here. But this is more of a Pisces, Aquarius, Scorpio energy, okay? Yeah, I've got dreams and desires. This person has got a lot on. They're also, you might see them possibly trying to avoid the Two of Cups, because 7s in reverse, pretty much like the Tower and things, they avoid, right? It's an avoidance, and this person is sometimes very busy with the amount of things that they've got in hand, and that you might see them trying to avoid you, right? Now, if you see but no, have to know, because you do not want to slip into this 7 of illusionment and dreams, right? Is that is a dreaming card, right? So, in order to get yourselves out of that, if you know that there is another person, you've got to physically have known that, right? Don't go off by word of mouth, just by a tarot card reader that says they're with someone else, but you don't know that, okay? But I'm sure you guys know that one, right? But again, this person has a lot of things in hand, right, where they don't want to lose you. But you might see them trying to avoid you at times when they're busy and they've got a lot on. Okay, so this side you had the Five of Swords. Five of Swords. So again, I mean, it's difficult because Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus. It's just general energies. I can't help but merge these energies together. That's why I get slightly lost. Fighting with their mum. Fighting with their mum. This is like, I just don't get on. I do not get on with my mother. I do not get on with my mother. Your energies just don't mix. They don't clash. There's probably been too many mind games. Too much. There's too much competition. That's what I'm saying. This is either a person that wants stuff but doesn't need stuff, where there's too much competition out there. This person doesn't actually, or may not even realise that they're actually pushing people away from them. And they probably don't realise why, like, I don't know why. It's like, I want people when I want them, but I don't want them when I don't want them. And you're, I don't think this is you. I just think this is someone that you're going through it with, right? This side, separate lives of energy of mother, right? Which is like, one always trying to get one up on one another, right? Always trying to get one up on one another. And it's like, it's too much competition in order to, because there is competition here, guys. If if you're in love relationship of someone being with someone, right? There's too much competition. Like, because someone wants, this person does not want a relationship, if this is a difficult person to get on with at the minute, because there's too much competition to get someone's notice. It's like, well, I need to conquer everything. And it's like I'm just conquering the world at the moment. And I'm trying to conquer and get over what on earth is going on with my family because I can't figure them out. And I've got no idea if they're really doing that on purpose, if they're not doing that on purpose. It's like, but what I do know and what I can base facts off is that when I talk to my mum, I've got absolutely no idea where she's coming from, right? So I kind of like always feel like I've got to bow down to this person, and it feels like, well, no, I'm not talking to you. And then this person could have an emotional breakdown where they just literally all of a sudden have a burst of energy and they're like, I can't believe you said that to me. And it's like, well, you brought it upon yourself. And it's like, okay, well, I'm going to go off and then come back and do the same thing of definition of madness. Okay. So that's what's going on with some people's parents. Is like, there's too much competition for me to compete to you because every time we argue, you have an emotional breakdown. That can be mind games, manipulation and gaslighting, folks. It can. Trust me, I go through it every day, right? I'm used to it now to the point where I'm like, cry me a river, get over it. Right? It never used to be like that, but it still confuses me in a way because that's gaslighting. You can never physically figure out whether it's real or not real, and then it happens again and you're like, I'm sure I have my suspicions. And the energy can be very intense at sometimes, and then it's relaxed, but that can be control and narcissism, where someone likes to build things up very gradually and very slowly and then all of a sudden just destroy it when it gets to the end. That's building your energy up to destroy it. That's someone that is completely blocked off in life, that will not possibly let anybody near them, okay? Because they want people near them and they want the attention for themselves, but then all of a sudden when they get it, they don't want it. They chuck people away like and that energy for a lot of you is people that are going through this with their parents, right? So how is this relating to your love lives if you are going through something? Well, there are possibly other people in this energy that can be someone else. Because on this side, this person can have a choice of another soulmate, you see, which could be an Aquarian, Pisces, Scorpio, okay? They could have another choice. And that might be what you're trying to find out of why this is so difficult for you to not realise what's happening with this other woman or man. A lot of you probably always bypass the fact that the other person, if there is another man or another woman, of what that is physically doing to the other person, where you're giving all of that power over to a man or a woman. Oh, not on your life, bruv. Not on your life should you ever give your power over to someone to make a decision between you and someone else. And if you can't get over that, welcome to your karma. That's why you can't, right? So there's no right or wrong, but the only thing that you'll ever start to realise is that blame is something that goes out, right? And it goes out towards where you bypass the other woman or man affected to the other person. You see, karma is the most catching virus that you could ever not see, right? More than any other virus out there. It's still extremely dangerous. You can't see karma, right? That's why it smacks you right in the face. You can't see it, right? So here, it's like, can't see you at the moment. I can't be with you, I can't bear to see you. But some of you, again, I don't always focus on love. I like to focus on what you're watching it for. If you're watching it for a parent or a situation of mother, all of that information is there for you, okay? So let's see this side. Well, this person's going to be turning up at my door very soon. Well, possibly. Show me another card this side, please. So why give me 2? Four of Swords, Scorpio again. Scorpio. 10 of Cups, Pisces. There we are. So so you got 7, 8, 9, 10 here. 10 of Cups, my everlasting dream, my everlasting love. So if you are together and you love your person and that's your person's just busy juggling life, pretty much between 1 and 7, going through things with their family, trying to take a break, also trying to find extreme happiness. This is my pursuit of happiness that I am tired. Things are devastating outside and that I could be working from home because there is too much chaos going out there and I can't be asked. I can't be doing with it, right? Can't be doing with it. So there's a lot of energy of like needing to take a break. This side here, okay. This is more Pisces Scorpio, okay. Show me this side. So I've got a burning desire though to keep doing it. Again, this is an energy thief. This is an energy vampire. This is someone that comes in extremely quickly in order to give you a message of what they think. You know, if they give you an extreme message of what they think, what they're thinking from and what they're acting from, they're acting out. They're acting out. This person could have a hair-based trigger. Okay, they've got their finger on the trigger, and at the moment you talk to them, the energy is like, I've got no idea what you're going to say. Like, it's kind of like, I haven't got time to speak. It's like, no, I need you to just listen to what I've got to say. You know, it can be a very demanding person that says things very quickly, but doesn't listen at the same time. You might not even listen to this person. They might not listen to you either. Okay, here. This could be a family situation. It's like they say something to you, but you haven't got time to listen to it. Okay, and that when you do say it, it falls on deaf ears. Meaning like I'm speaking and I'm saying what my feelings are about something, but you're obviously not taking any of them into consideration when I say it. Because once I've said my feelings, that's me as a person. That's what I want for myself. And that if you've done this repetitively, that's why that's a mind game. It's a minefield, right? Where there is so much hidden through that moon of the subconscious that it's all in someone's head. This is all in someone's head. Your moon sign doesn't come from your sun sign, right? Your moon sign just comes from your moon, right? So it could be Aquarian moon. It doesn't really matter, but any like water sign moon, air sign moon also, or air signs, water signs. But again, there's a lot of coming from non-compatibility of moon signs of how you speak to the mother. That's the moon, right? That's the Mother Earth. Oxygen. I give birth to you. There's some kind of like birth of a child or something. There's an argument with the mum as well over a child or a about to be born child. 2 could possibly be of what I predicted through the April-May readings, which was a possible child that could be born either a water sign, Cancer. Well, I said Cancer, but either Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, or Aquarius, right? Predicted a birth, I think, a month or so ago. That's possible there. Or the child could even be a fire sign. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. But again, it's trying to get into this energy that where someone else has options of things, Because if your person has got the Two of Cups, that's because they've got the Two of Cups with someone at the same time that you have, of why that's going around as a trying to win over someone's competition, meaning like, well, I'm the prize, so who do you want, me or them? You know, so you will really be going through it, okay. So what we are going to do is, because the time is, wow, the time is nigh, nearly 40 minutes. Okay, so we're going to go on with the reading and do the rest of it over on Patreon. Again, with your every month for it's just $5. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. If people don't know that, because some people do ask, what's your Sun, your Moon, your Rising, your Venus, and your Jupiter? They're all very big parts. Jupiter is your masculine, Venus is your feminine. Okay, of you, no one else, not your feminine and masculine. Feminine, some kind of famine. But not them, you. That's your feminine, your masculine, your posterior and your top, if you like, your blue and your red. Okay, so they're very important too, because that's your masculine of what you're supposed to become in the end. If you're a feminine, you're supposed to become masculine. Okay, trust me. So yeah, that's more to do with your yin and your own yang. Don't worry about anybody else's, just worry about yourselves. But again, if you want to watch the rest of these readings, they are over on Patreon. They are $5 for the month. Okay. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter. If you want to reach out for a personal reading, you can from the link below, or any other piece of the water from Majorca don't taste so at altar. Okay, but if you want to reach out for a personal reading, you can from all of the links below in the show more section. Okay, all right, Scorpio, thanks very much for your time, and I'll hopefully catch you over on Patreon.